private counseling. Oh my god!
In Cheating the System news, submitted by Jamalian Durian. I love your name. Rich families legally separated from their kids in newly discovered ways. They've milked the college system.
Oh, that's genius.
Oh.
That's genius. So then they could qualify for financial
Yes. Is that what that is?
Exactly.
Ooh, damn, that's
because you can't divorce your parents or emancipate yourself.
No. I think they get rid of their kids and put them somewhere else. In another family.
No, he's talking about emancipating.
Oh, okay.
Or it's either emancipating or, actually both of you are right, it's getting another guardian.
Ding, 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 it's a tie,
High five, dude.
We combine forces.
Yeah.
Do you guys see this as a moral issue?
Yes. That's lying.
Well,
But then, well, it's not technically not lying. They just went through the...
technically, the parents don't get a tax write-off on the children anymore if they don't have dependents.
How much?
So are they really winning?
And how much financial help are the kids getting from their parents?
What's the point of financial aid? It's for
free money.
Yeah, the
but
moral...
for whom?
Free money for everyone. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but it wasn't targeted for the for the rich people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All that's true is for me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's for people that are...
Underprivileged.
so they can go to school.
Yes.
It's people that want a new set of rims for their car.
No.
Or a pound of marijuana.
No, but that's what we did use it for.
Yeah, but this is how rich people get rich, is they find loopholes like this.
Yeah.
They do, but
'Cause they're
that's
not doing
fucked
anything,
up.
They're not doing anything illegal.
They're not, but you
But
did
it
ask
is
if it's immoral.
immoral, probably.
Yeah, you did, and I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up.
I think I'd be sitting in my movie theater, surrounded by all my friends, and we're having like a party with caterers and shit that we treat like shit. And I'd be like, yeah, I guess being immoral really sucks.
Yeah, so this was discovered when a high school guidance counselor, called an admissions director at the University of Illinois to ask why a specific student had been invited to an orientation for disadvantaged kids. And so that's when the director looked into it and found that this high schooler had legally emancipated herself from her parents. And this whole process, the emancipation process, it's generally for people, or like for kids that are in abusive homes, that they need to just get away from their parents and they can sustain themselves on their own and not have to be under the legal guardianship of their parents, abusive parents. But the way that these rich people are doing it now, apparently this has been linked to this place called Destination College, which offers private counseling. Oh my god! Are you okay?
Sorry, the fucking bee just flew like right in my ear.
That's how you react to a fly?
Fly, whatever the fuck it was, it like was right there. You just told us you get seizures and shit. They were having a seizure. Too. I literally felt that I've been having trouble breathing, but that fucking thing is out for me.
Dude, I thought you were about to go back in time, dude. like fucking.
I'm so sorry, and I'm home.
Shit out of me.
I thought your chair gave out. That's what I thought.
Okay,
I thought she got knocked out by something, like an actual punch.
Yeah, that's just a fly, girl. Like, what?
right in my ear.
That was kinda cool,
that's
actually.
pretty scary. That was right, because it was loud. Whatever, I'm so
You have
sorry.
ninja-like reflexes.
You know what's fucked up? Tiff never gets the floor where she's not interrupted, and finally everyone was
Yeah, it was
quiet.
smooth.
You know, every time consistently, even on the Hey Bitch podcast, as soon as I get the floor, some shit happens and I get interrupted no matter what.
The universe doesn't want you to say what you have to say.
That fly has been with us since we did the Patreon mukbang.
Look forward to it.
But you gotta check it out. We have a Patreon, so go check it out.
Dude, I don't think I would have gone as scared if you didn't physically touch
I'm
me.
sorry.
But that physical touch, I'm like, what's happening?
I didn't know what it was. It freaks me out. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, are you okay though?
I'm
I was so
okay, I'm
scared
okay.
for you because of the seizure.
It's just a fly.
Dude, what if it was a bee? Jesus Christ.
Well, it sounded like one in my ear. I didn't know the difference.
Would you have stripped naked and fucking ran through a wall?
No, it's too much work.
Okay.
I don't even know
stay
what
closed.
she did. What'd she do? I just felt it.
You'll see it in the video later.
Send me this video, guys. I want to see what happened. Anyway, what was I saying? What was I in the middle of?
We're talking about what it's been linked to. So you named
a Destination College who, they offer private counseling. Thank you. And trying to help parents and helping the kids get into colleges and shit. And like they have like strategies that.
So they were helping him be immoral.
Pretty much, but it's not illegal. So that's not.
They're figuring out a way to game the system, but unfortunately, it's these people that are privileged that are able to pay the extra and have these outside. I'm gonna talk even slower because I know you want to speak right now.
Well, and look, so this is the thing. So I have nothing against them if
Like they are coming from like an unfit family, and they're like, fuck it, parents, I want to do it on my own. And now they've been completely cut off. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But if they're like still not cut off, and the parents are just balling out.
Rich kids can have bad parents.
Yeah,
They get abused
But that's
with
what
money,
I'm saying.
huh?
In that scenario, it's not immoral to me.
Sometimes they get their pockets filled with money and it's too heavy and they can't walk around as easy.
That is fucked up. That's
Yeah, I wonder how rich they are. Because if they're really rich, the parents will be like, fuck it.
Yeah, they don't even need to find a loophole for that.
Yeah, this just sounds like middle class people that can afford it.
No, but there's some rich people that just want to stay rich and they want a penny pinch.
Dude, I heard that Bill Gates pays exact change when he goes to places.
Really?
You never know who's going to be weird with him.
Getty had a payphone in his house, so there you go.
If I was Bill Gates, I would just probably only have $100 bills, and I'll just pay
That's
that
probably
for
why you're
everything.
not Bill Gates.
Yeah, so this one example here is that this one girl, her family's resources, she said that her family's resources were tapped out despite living in a $1.2 million home in Illinois, by the way. And she said that
It's probably balling as fuck. It's probably like a $10 million home in California.
yeah, like they had been earning more than $250,000 a year.
Damn.
She ended up transferring her daughter's guardianship to her business partner using legal methods.
But her business partner's broke, so she qualifies for financial aid.
I don't know exactly the situation, but
Yeah, I
then
don't-
what ended up happening is that the daughter only had to claim her income from a working summer job, and so she received a $20,000 financial aid package.
Damn.
Which is including a federal subsidy meant for needy students known as the Pell Grant. And they were able to cover the rest of her $65,000 tuition through a combination of scholarships and help from the grandparents. So this girl obviously has money in her family who can help her, but yet she's still taking these grants that are meant for...
$250K a year is not that crazy. I was expecting to hear way more than that.
That's what I was saying. They're probably just upper middle class and they can afford it, but then they're
'Cause
trying to figure out a way to make their money stretch.
You're talking about a joint income too. Like two parents together is $250,000 a year.
It's a single mom with 200 grand.
But I guess the moral issue now is that they're not the target audience. They're not the
money is
It's
meant-
taxpayers' money.
for them.
Yeah.
It's to help, social, what do you call it, mobility?
Yeah.
Yeah, the upward movement in
No, I get that. I
SES.
just don't. It's just like when I hear that they're going to be rich as fuck, I didn't expect that.
Well, a lot of people's idea of rich is kind of skewed, right? Like,
Yeah.
because, I mean, what I think, I look up like billionaires and all that. Those guys are really fucking rich. Like, and then you see what, and also in LA, like upper middle class in LA is a millionaire.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because it all depends on the cost of living and where
Yeah.
they're living. So I guess where they're living, they are considered rich from what they make.
It also depends, like if she's a business owner making 200 grand, that's
Yes,
very different
exactly.
from a car salesman making 200 grand. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's all these like fucking little minute details. But I think ultimately if this stuff is supposed to be for low income and people that are just like, they were dead broke on welfare, like, and they really hustled in school, then it should be for...
And I agree, but I'm not saying it should be for those kids. I'm just saying that wasn't.
How do you guys feel if, like, let's say they do have this money set apart for the underprivileged, but because of, I don't know, resources or connections, they're not able to reach that? Do you think that money should just not be used, or do you think that's okay for now other people to come and kind of game the system?
Like if there's leftover money?
I don't think they have a lot of leftover money.
I don't think that's a problem.
Because so when I went to ELAC, East LA Community College, after I got my financial aid stuff, I would just like look around with my wandering eyes, and I would see all these random scholarships on the wall. One would be like future teacher scholarship. One would be like person that's passionate about math scholarship or whatever. And I would just read like what the requirements are, and they're just like, oh, write like a little 500-word essay about whatever, right? And these are obviously for people that want to be a teacher later on. This can help them with their studies. And then I'm like, how many people are actually writing to these things in the financial aid office? Like, there's all these scholarships, no one ever applies. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I went home that day and I just wrote like 5 essays and I got like $1,000 each. Because I just automatically want it.
That part, I don't have like an ethics issue with that, because that's what those things are there for. You just have to do a little bit extra work and then you get scholarships, which seems that's what this girl was doing anyway, because it does say it was
She combined that.
But the part that doesn't sit right with me is that her family has to do this like legal separation to milk out more money, which is not cool. Like you could just keep writing in more applications for scholarships and do it the right way. Why cheat out like the actual system for people who need it?
Well, it's kind of because it's fun.
Like, I was homeschooled, so like none of this shit rings a bell.
You were home colleged?
Oh no, I did do that. It's just not very long.
How long were you homeschooled? The whole time? No high school?
Sixth grade. No, I did high school from 6th grade up, and then I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I got scholarships and grants for that.
So wait, when were you homeschooled though?
Before 6th grade?
After the 6th grade and like through high school.
Oh, after 6th grade through high school. I see. So when you, like when you had the haircut thing, was that?
Oh no, that was I had a glow up.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're homeschooled and you want to play a sport, are you like varsity and pillow fighting?
I don't even know what varsity.
It's like the.
Oh, and pillow fighting. Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Are you varsity at doing the dishes?
Hell yeah. And cafeteria.
That's tight.
It's my kitchen, bitch.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so now people are looking into this and they're like, hey, that's not cool, man. Rich people are already, like, they got caught for that recent college admission.
They're on them.
Those were fucking ballers though.
Yeah.
Like real time ballers.
Oh, like the Full House lady.
Millionaires and shit.
That's so fascinating.
I actually knew people that were middle class, and then they did this. Like they would become dependent of their grandparents' income. So then, because their grandparents are living off Social Security or whatever, so they can get a full ride because their parents really, even if they're middle class, they couldn't afford the high like
tuition rates.
Yeah, tuition for like UCs and shit like that.
You know what I learned after reading this story? That now the SATs, they have this new adversity score that they are implementing along with the SAT scores, which means that...
So it's like affirmative action, or?
So now this new score will calculate local poverty rates and crime surrounding an applicant's high school, among 13 other factors that weigh in background and upbringing and local rates of free or reduced lunch, housing stability, and educational attainment.
That is dumb as fuck.
So it kind of like curves it now. Like it kind of there's a second curve that they get put in.
Pretty much.
I hope more crime happens around where Tiger grows up.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? That is like that is such a shitty fucking. It's like, hey, guess what? Like, we're gonna curve it.
You guys have more gunshots, so you get a higher score.
Jesus, man.
Well, it does make sense because I think there's new research out that with problems at the home and stressors, you tend to score less in IQ and all kinds of other stuff. So they say that resilience should be factored into a lot of these students who cannot perform A pluses, but in the spectrum of like what they have to do to get that B plus is a lot more than the kid that comes from the suburbs that can get a B plus.
That's usually in the personal statement, though.
Yeah, I mean, so that's hard to quantify, obviously, but like, cause you could be kind of like giving somebody an easy pass, but that is one of the things that they're trying to factor into the system.
I like that.
Well, yeah, that sounds better, right? But it's still an issue of like, okay, so you have a bunch of kids who are taking a test in one area, and then you have a bunch of kids who are taking this exact same test in another area, and these kids are going to get graded easier than these kids because
they have gunshots going around.
A bunch of people
It's not that it'll be graded easier, it's just a second
It is
score.
easier. That's exactly what that is.
Well, yeah, I guess. So they're saying that first you're going to have your regular SAT score, and then people that are cutting it kind of close into getting into a college or university or whatever, that's when they're going to look at the adversity score, and then that's when they're going to get other.
I think there should be a transition. So like, let's say people that do get handpicked from the adversity score, they're kind of being set up for failure because they're not going to be able to compete with the Harvard level kids, right? So there should be a transition school that helps them get up to par and pull them away from the stressors.
See, that's tight. I agree with that. Then not every
for me,
kid's
motherfucker.
At Harvard fucking getting nailed.
Yeah. I think it should be at an equal platform at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.